first thing that I would show you is here's the handlebar that the operator would push the lifter around. This is completely adjustable up and down. You have your 2-button remote, which is located on a holder here on the handlebar, which takes your lifter up and down vertically. The next part of the lifter that's the most important would be the power pack. This has two 12-volt batteries inside, a controller and an auxiliary card. This battery pack is completely removable. It does have a voltmeter on it that would give the operator some indication as to where the battery life would be. But again, this is an interchangeable battery pack. If you are running 24/7, you can remove this, put it on charge, and put a new fresh one on, and you can run for probably 100, maybe 120 full strokes up and down the lift mast on a fully charged battery. But again, you do have the voltmeter to give the operator an indication as to where the battery life is at. If we move to the side or the front, so you have a section between the legs, we call that the intermediate section. We can make that narrow, wide, whatever it takes for the application. You have a lift mast with a ball screw inside. On this particular lifter, we have this is a powder-coated lifter, so the powder-coated parts would be the legs, the power pack, and the handlebar. These have low-built legs on it, so a dual swivel caster in the front and a 4-inch in the rear. On the back of the lifter, you do have a brake system, so push down is locked. Pick it up on a 45, the lifter will move north, south, east, and west. And then if you bring the brake rod all the way up parallel with your legs, the back wheels will directionally lock so you can keep the lifter. The lifter will move down a narrow aisle in a straight line. As far as the tooling, on the back of the lifter, we have a control box, which I'll show you how this operates, but this is for the operator so he can control the tooling from behind the lifter. On the front of the lifter, you have a 3-inch core expander. On this one, we have a D10 pin that you would pull, which allows you to rotate the roll from vertical to horizontal, or you pull the D10 pin and rotate it back to a vertical position. This is the core expander. This core expander moves back and forth on this rail system depending on what your roll width is. I think I have it set in the right place, but we'll try it once I get the roll set up. So that pretty much takes care of the lifter. On the control box, the way the tooling works is you press one button down and the red light comes on, and that engages the core or expands on the core, and then you press 2 buttons simultaneously to release the core expander from the core of the roll, just to make sure that the operator is cognizant of what they're doing. So I'm going to move the lifter aside for just a minute here and just show you what we have set up. So we have the aluminum pallet stand. This is a 40 by 48. We have a wooden pallet, 40 by 48, located on top of it, and then we have a piece of roll stock. What I want to show you is that the lifter will fit underneath the pallet stand, no problem, on either side, and reach almost to the center based on the way we have it set up. So back, side. As you can see, there's no issue with the pallet stand with the legs fitting underneath and being able to move left to right once you hit the lifter legs underneath the pallet stand. So now I'm going to demonstrate how we come over here, and we're going to pick up this roll off the pallet. So what you do is you position the core expander over top of the roll core, and you run the expander down in. Now what you do, you're going to press the one button on the control box, and a red light will come on that will tell you that you've expanded onto the core. So then you use a 2-button remote. You basically just pick up the roll, move the lifter away from the pallet stand. You would then lock the lifter in place, move the tooling down just a little bit to a comfortable position, pull the D10 pin, and rotate the roll from the vertical to the horizontal. We're going to release the roll, so you press 2 buttons on the control box, and that's going to release the core expander, and the light's going to come on back here. And now the roll can be moved in and out or pushed off from our core expander onto your machine spindle. To re-engage, we're going to press 1 button. Red light's going to come on again. We're expanding on the core now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the D10 pin back here, and I'm going to rotate the roll back to a vertical position. I'm going to release the brake on the lifter. I'm going to take it back over to the pallet stand, and I'm going to set it down and release the roll. So we're going to press 2 buttons again. So now the core should be released from the core or compressed from the core, and it's just a matter of picking the roll back up, or picking the core expander up and moving it away from the pallet.